Greetings. My name is Father Patrick Kassab. I'm a Lebanese Maronite priest. I currently minister and serve in the city of St. Louis in the state of Missouri. I am a proud alumnus of the Gregorian University. I started my studies back in 2017. I earned my licentiate in dogmatic theology, and after that I continued and I defended my doctorate in July 2023. The Gregorian University allowed me to rediscover my own tradition, to immerse myself in the theology of the early Syriac fathers of the Church. It was an opportunity that sadly was not given to me during my first years of study elsewhere. The diversity I experienced at the Gregorian invited me to embrace my own heritage, and also at the same time the knowledge of my professors, their encouragement, their openness, it all encouraged me to dare and choose a path that I never thought of. I wrote my dissertation on the descent of Christ among the dead in the Syriac tradition, rediscovering some of the early Syriac fathers of the Church. And I became very fond of this tradition. So today I was asked to share with you a few thoughts about the Samaritan woman, about the encounter of Christ with the Samaritan woman that is reported in the Gospel of John chapter 4. And I said to myself, there is nothing more beautiful than to go back to this old tradition, to the Syriac tradition, and invite you to reflect with me on what the Syriac fathers of the Church said about this text from the Bible. So one of the most famous Syriac authors is Saint Ephrem, a 4th century father who lived in Nisibis, which is in modern day Turkey right now, and who was proclaimed a doctor of the Universal Church by Pope Benedict XV in the year 1920. In one of his famous works, which is the commentary on the Diatessaron, Saint Ephrem offers an interesting interpretation of John chapter 4. He expresses his amazement at the Lord, who asked for water to be able to give water. He was asking for water to be able to give water. Who asked as someone thirsty to quench the thirst of others. He asked the Samaritan a question. He started with a question in order to teach her, to give her an answer. Despite him being rich, he acted as a beggar to teach those who are in need to ask. For those who ask shall receive. Now, a century later, another Syriac father of the Church joined Saint Ephrem and meditated with amazement as well at the mystery of Christ, the Son of God. His name was Jacob of Sarug, born on the Euphrates, and he was later made the Bishop of Batnan, another city in modern day Turkey now. He wrote a metric homily on the Samaritan woman in which he says with wonder, and I'm quoting him, "From the Samaritan woman he asked for water needily, and from springs he pours forth floods abundantly. Shall I count him thirsty, to whom all the seas belong? Shall I call him weary, who bears words with his might?" The words of the Syriac fathers invite us to meditate on the greatness of the mystery. God, who needs nothing, asks for something to give everything. God, who needs nothing, asks for something to give everything. Christ, through whom everything was made, emptied himself and mysteriously became with nothing. He begged for something as simple as a sip of water to give everything, to give what precedes every human offering. The initiative of Christ towards the Samaritan is very reassuring. We have a God who is so great. He wills and he can redeem the greatest sinners, and who is so loving that he sends his son to come to us as close as possible, taking our miserable condition, except for sin, touching our most intimate lives, our most intimate realities, to lift us and reward us with what has been prepared for us since the creation of the world. The truth is that, knowing how miserable our condition is, Christ, true God and the true man, is our only hope. Amen. Thank you.